Damin, do we expect some other people also to join in, or we have the full house as of now? Hi guys, can you hear me? Anyone out here can just respond if you guys are able to hear me.
Yes, yes.
Yes,
We can hear you.
You are audible.
yes, we can hear you.
Super. Thanks, guys. Guys, I am Abhijit and I am a business head with Ematicus. So it's just an introduction which I
Hi,
just
good
wanted to
morning
have with
all.
you guys.
We are starting the session, but before that, we will Mr. Abhijit Mehrotra, he is going to address the batch, and then we will start the session. So over to you.
Thanks, Avni. Hi, guys. I was, as I was just representing, I'm a business head with Ematicus, and I hope everyone is staying at home and safe, and welcome on board. That's the first and first most thing which we wanted to say. I hope, I'm sure that we will be making this, the training experience a pleasant one for you guys. We request you guys, just to keep up the feedbacks coming in, good, bad, ugly. That's okay. We are open to hear them all. But I would request you guys to, give us feedback whenever you feel like we are, doing a good job, or we can, still improve, or we have lost it somewhere as well. So good, bad, ugly. We want feedbacks coming from you guys. This will really help us to, take the experience to the next level. And I'm sure that since this is the first class after the batch launch, so I'm sure that Damini would have taken you through the governance grade book, and Divya would have come in for the placements perspective. So I hope you guys are all clear with that.
Abhijit sir, your voice is not audible.
I'm still getting rewards that they are clear. Yes, yes, I see that a lot of yeses coming. So I guess, guys, you are able to hear me, right?
Yes.
Perfect. So,
No,
guys,
I'm
anything that you
sorry,
want
your
to
voice
touch
is
base
not
on?
coming.
No, actually, we are getting Abhishek sir voice.
So I guess
Yes,
the
sir, we
problem is that
can
Damini's in.
hear.
So I guess the problem is
Dam-
that Damini's in.
Damini, yeah, the problems at Damini's end. We can hear you, Abhijit. It's pretty clear.
Perfect. Perfect. Hi, Preeti. So, guys, like I was saying, if you have anything that you want to touch base on, maybe the grade book from the training perspective and or the placements perspective, Divya would have pitched in. So, you guys have anything that you want to check us on again? Because grade book is definitely an important piece of the training where we grade you guys on, on your journey of the training, and then again you get eligible for the placements basis on the grade book itself. So one thing is for sure that you have to be, on your toes when it comes to the grade book, and make sure that you are definitely falling in first two tiers on the grade book.
Abhijit, I'm sorry. I don't know if it's only me, but I have no background about this grade book.
Okay, Sneha, were you there in the batch launch, the first class?
Hi, Abhijit.
Hi,
This
Anirudh.
is I was also not in the batch launch session, so this is my first session. So it would be very good if you can summarize a bit. If it
For
is
sure,
No, no,
for
but
sure.
I don't think in first session they have informed us about
Mentioned.
grade two.
Correct,
So we
correct.
will have to
Yeah,
know.
yeah. Correct, correct. Because I thought it's only me who doesn't know, but because I have
No, no, no.
attended
I'm
the
also
session.
here. I'm also here.
Correct, correct, Siddharth. I know, yeah. Even you were there, I remember. So, Abhijit, please can you take us through this?
Sure, guys. I'll just let you, update you on that perspective as well. So, like like we used to have a grade books or the mark books or the mark sheets which you used to refer in our college and school days. Similarly, we have a grade book system here, okay, wherein we grade you up on the trainer grades you on your the mock interview which you guys go through, the projects which you guys go through, and there have been a test as well, plus attendance, right? So all these three, four things put together form your grade book. You will be, going into a test and a mock after levels. So consolidated, you ending up with a grade book in the final term, right? So basis on that, you get eligible for the placements also, for the people who are seeking placements. So gradebook is divided into 4 tiers, right? Tier 1, 2, 3, and 4. Tier 1 being the best, and we expect you guys to be in tier 1 and tier 2. Though if someone is in tier 3, we are definitely there. Tier 3 or tier 4, we're definitely helping you guys to pull up your tiers to the 1 and 2. So that's how the gradebook is divided. Anything else you want to check on gradebook specific? But that's how the gradebook is, and Damini will be staying in touch with you guys and taking you with that mocks and everything as we grow the course perspective.
I have a question here, Abhijit.
Yeah.
I mean, you can tell me if you're the right person to ask this question. I don't know. Regarding
Sure.
placement, okay. So we were told that we'll be provided placement assistance.
Correct.
3 months post the batch gets over. Okay.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay. And
See.
so,
Okay. Yeah, please continue.
yeah. So, looking at the current scenario, okay, is there a chance of you exceeding that period of 3 months?
Sure, Sneha. I'll just take it up. So one, definitely, it's a 3.5 month course. That's what the basic, what we say 180 hours, 3.5 hours course, 3.5 months course, right? So one, as we speak, we start, let's take in the first class in May. So May, June, July, and August mid is when I expect you guys to get over the course, or it might extend by 10, 15 days, right? So if we have some leave or holidays coming in the middle, so we might extend by a week or two. So which means you have a placement access, portal of access, right? So you have placement portal access for the next 3 months once you graduate from the course. Okay. And I expect the situation as we see the situation as of now, it is definitely not in soup as of now. It will start getting better as the economy reopens. So by December is what you guys, I get now, November or December is what the balance definitely of 3 months will be taken into consideration. But going forward, we are not saying no that we will be just exhausting 3 months like that it is. But yeah, we will be definitely taking it case to case basis and extending it if required, because we also understand the market conditions are not pretty favorable as we speak. It might get better, but like I said, we will definitely take it case to case basis. I hope it answers it, Sneha.
Yes, thank you so much.
Perfect. Anything else, guys? Anything that comes to your mind, you can definitely speak up and I might not be.
There again. So I've understood the great thing that you were telling about. So is there anything that you think that I also should know given the batch? Anything about the batch which was conducted on the batch launch date? So
Sure. Under batch launch, what we guys do is we just take you through the overview of the course. So now what we would have done is we have might have introduced you the course that now these are the levels and this is what we cover in this course, which I am sure you would be knowing it because you have taken up the course because after seeing the content of the curriculum. But having said that, if you still have any consideration, I will just ask Nishant, who is taking up this batch, maybe brief up it a bit if we have so many people who are not in the first class. So if we have majority of the people who are not there, we can definitely take it up once again if you guys want.
Okay. Thanks.
And Damini will just see to it, and if it is required, we will definitely arrange it again from Nishan. There's no problem at all. Anything else, guys? Anything else for me? So I guess now we should call Nishan because I don't see any questions coming up. So guys, one thing, last one thing, definitely I would pitch in again that the feedbacks are important for us. Do rope in again, time in again for the feedback, good, bad, ugly, whatever it is. We would like to hear them all. Okay. And all the best. And Damini will definitely circulate my contact details also. If you have any, if you want to pay directly, you can directly reach out to me on my coordinates. Damini will share them soon. Thanks, guys. All the best and have a good training experience.
Thanks, Abhijit.
Thank you.
Good morning, all. This is Damini, and welcome to Ematicus Learning. So we'll start the session in next minute, in 1 minute only. So I'm making the presenter to the Nishant sir, so we'll start the session with the trainer.
Nishant here, I'm there.
Yeah, sir. I make you the presenter.
Good morning, everyone. Nishant here. I will be to this next couple of hours that we allotted for this session. But before I kick off this, am I audible, guys?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
you're.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I heard the last piece when Abhijit was addressing you guys, and I think there couple of other students mentioned that they have not attended the previous introduction session, and now what I understand is it's not a couple of students, it's a big chunk who have not attended the previous discussion that we had as a more of a launch. So I'm not sure, Dami, is that what you want to cover right now, or you will check separately and let me know, and in case we need to do that, that will be done later. And should I continue with today's agenda? What's the plan? Because I logged in towards the end, so I'm not sure what Abhijit mentioned or confirmed with the batch. Do we need to do that today, or will that be done later in case required? What's the plan now?
Sir, we will do later. We'll start the session first of all because Abhijit sir is just brief about the grade book and the LMS.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. So I will continue with today's agenda then, and then I will leave it to you in case we need to do a briefing for what we did earlier. Let me know, then that can be done separately. So yeah. So before I kick off, from a content perspective, couple of things, especially those who were not there in the last session. Guys, I know this is an online session. We was in post scenario, but couple of requests from my side. More than requests, these are the, I think, minimum expectation that we should keep from both sides. One, do not get into the mode that this is an online session. I understand from a logistic perspective, this is an online session. But if I would have been in your place, I would still attend these sessions pretty much the way you would have attended, or you should have attended. You should, or you will attend in person. What does this mean? When you attend these online sessions, still remain that focus. It should not happen that you are conducting an online session and parallelly you have your WhatsApp or you have other disturbances. I will appreciate it if you keep that away. Second, in case of any doubt, any comment, the way probably you feel comfortable in raising an in-person class, I would request you to continue that same momentum and the spirit. So for at least for my sessions, what I would prefer to do, I would by default I will keep everyone on a default unmute mode. So what you can do whenever you have any comments or doubt, please feel free to unmute yourself, raise your question. Once you're done, once you've raised your question, mute yourself and let me answer that question. And that's the way I want it to be done till the time we are into online sessions and we do not get permissions to go into in-person sessions. So that's the two expectations I would have. One, try and attend the session exactly in the same way the way you would probably attend in person. Stay away from any external disturbances or distractions to the extent what is possible. Second, please feel free to ask any doubt wherever you feel. It's not, I don't want to take this like a typical, I'm repeating myself, I do not want to take this like a typical online webinar sessions where for an hour or for 30 minutes the speaker goes on and at the end the audience are given a window to ask those questions. That's not the way I want to run. So what does this mean? If I'm covering a particular topic, and let's say it's a 5-minute topic, and I'm done with that, then you should raise your so you should raise your questions exactly at the same point of time, rather than waiting and parking those questions till for the end of the sessions. So are we comfortable with this expectation? I'm more than happy to make any adjustments in case you have based on the feedback. But if we agree on these 2 expectations, I'm good to start, guys. Are we comfortable with this?
Yeah, we're completely okay with that.
Okay. Another request, because I will not be able to see too many chats because of the constraint of the way this system has been configured. But anybody who is not able to voice your comments, please put your comments on the chat. Then I request someone to pick those comments for me, and then I can address that as well. On that note, I will start. So today's sessions, in fact, because we were doing a 2-hour session, so this will just spill over for next couple of sessions. So the first session is an IFAP landscape. The objective of this session is to give you an overview in terms of what this program is all about, and more than program, to make you aware about some of the financial terminologies and jargons that will come over and again into this program. The objective is not to get into too much of detail, because all of these terminologies will get covered at a much greater depth as and when into this journey. But the objective is to give you a background and give you a framework in terms of what it is all about. So I will come to the important slide. Now, Swapnil, you want to ask anything?
No, I'm good.
Okay, so again, same request. In case you don't want to ask anything, guys, please be on a mute mode, because otherwise there will be a lot of disturbance or the background noise that might create quality of the discussion. So yeah, so now couple of things before I get into this. So probably you would have heard these concepts. So let me put this on the screen. Retail bank. Let me put this. Commercial bank. Then you have investment bank. Yeah. So do we understand the difference between these two? What's commercial bank and what's investment bank? Anybody wants to take this? What's your view on the commercial bank? Let's focus on this first, commercial bank. What do you mean by commercial bank, guys? What's your understanding of a commercial bank?
Hi. So commercial bank basically deals with the end use customer, like a common people who make a deposit in the bank, or make a savings account or a current account. And investment bank is like a person is want to buy a company, or an investment bank would help in that kind of a mediator sort of.
Okay. So you said investment bank is about buying a company. Sorry, who was that?
Swapnil.
Yeah, Swapnil. And then you said investment bank is a mediator. It's a
Facilitator, basically.
Okay. It's a facilitator. So, okay. Anybody else wants to add to this? And then I will come back and comment in terms of what's right and what's wrong. But yeah, thanks, Swapnil. Anybody else who wants to add? Let's try and make this interactive. We don't want to have that one-way communication. So yeah, what's the understanding for others? In case you don't respond, then I will randomly choose and force you to to speak.
I just want to at one point in investment bank, they are advisor to their investors and the companies who wants to invest in the market.
Okay. Advisors. So commercial banks are not the advisors. They do not advise you. Pooja?
No, commercial banks are not advisor. They are just
She said this. They are not.
provides you facilities on your savings and they takes your savings and provide you loan facilities. So sort of things.
Okay. Okay. Anybody else wants to add to this?
Commercial banks also offer loans using the savings and the deposits. And investment banks helps in raising capital.
Investment bank helps in raising capital. So commercial bank does not help in raising capital. Is that what you say?
No, I guess. I'm not very sure.
That's what it means, correct? When we're discussing difference and we are saying investment bank helps in raising capital, it automatically implies that you're saying for the other it doesn't, they don't do that.
Yes, that's what my understanding is. And in commercial bank, they offer loan using the savings.
So investment bank doesn't offer loan.
I'm not very sure. I think they do, but I'm not very sure.
Okay, so if you're not sure, not right.
Hello,
That's yeah. Sorry, Bhanu, go ahead.
Siddharth here. So commercial bank is more interested in giving you loans and depositing some money. So this is commercial bank is two-way banking.
Oh.
And I think commercial bank is only one-way banking. Who is more interested in investing money in any equities or anything?
I have captured your comment, not comment, your input that investment banking is a one-way banking, and I just want to understand what do you mean by one-way banking? How can you have all one-way banking? They always need to have two people, correct? To have any transaction, I need to have two parties, correct?
Okay.
So what do you mean by one-way banking?
So I think they are more interested in investing money capital. So that's what I said. One capital banking.
One-way banking. You're saying when you invest, that's one-way banking. Is that what you're saying? If I go and invest into Reliance company, is that a one-way banking? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Maybe I'm wrong, but
okay. No issues. We're just trying to capture what we're trying to say. So that's we don't understand this, and we'll discuss what's right, what not. Okay. Okay. Anything else in that?
No.
Okay. Anything else, guys? What about others? There's a lot of people on the call, but
Sir,
yeah, Piyush.
Commercial banks sell their products like credit card, debit card, loans, fixed deposits. And in investment banking, investment bank provides companies their for the companies it's acquire value and something like in merger. It helps in merger acquisition of the company.
Commercial bank merger में help नहीं कर सकता क्या?
नहीं investment bank.
हाँ तो करेक्ट. मेरा क्वेश्चन है कि कमर्शियल बैंक मर्जर में हेल्प नहीं कर सकता क्या?
Commercial bank provides only loans, not advise the clients.
Okay.
So certain commercial
No,
banks
so
do have
they
a retail
can't-
and a wholesale part also. So they do help in merging and acquisition of another company. It depends on the commercial bank.
Okay. Okay. What else? What about others?
Sir, I think commercial bank is generally accept loan from general public and then further lend it to. Basically, it does a lending and borrowing work process done by commercial bank, and whereas this investment bank is something in advisory, financial consultancy types is your investment bank.
But क्यों ऐसा क्यों मतलब आप बोल रहे हो does that mean investment bank cannot give loan?
Sorry, sir.
Are you saying the investment bank cannot give a loan?
It can, but it will be specifically for your financial activity, financial advisory sort of in that particular section. And whereas commercial bank, the vision will be more broad, I guess.
So give me an example where the commercial bank gives a loan for a non-financial activity. Let me try and understand.
If a company acquires a land, that will not be under commercial, I guess. Financial is hardcore your like investment in some other companies, some mutual funds, some in share market. That will all cover under financial segment, I guess.
You're saying that suppose if you go to a commercial bank and you say I want to buy a house and I need a loan, which is home loan. If commercial bank gives you that loan, that's not a financial activity. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I guess so.
And guys, before I take other inputs, the reason why I'm trying to push you, and I probably would have realized this so far, that these are pretty common terms that you would have used this or heard this, or you've been using this in your life before today's session, and still there's a lot of struggle that's happening. And that's exactly what happens when you sit for the interviews, when the recruitment happens, where you struggle to explain those terms and concepts where you believe or you assume that you know this. Anybody else wants to add anything to this?
Hi, Nishant. I would like to add a particular thing. So, commercial bank, investment bank, how we can differentiate is by the primary function. So, primary function of commercial bank is taking deposits. It's like liability and assets only. Though they also provide investment advisory and all that, but an investment bank, the primary function of an investment bank is to provide management advisory and help in these things, right? So the primary function is different, though there are so many common concepts and common functions that they both do. But the main function of a commercial bank is deposit and loans, that is liability and asset. And the main function, the primary function of an investment bank is to provide advisory, management advisory, credit facility, these things. I mean, in doing investments on behalf of the individual or corporate customers.
So you're saying commercial bank is about individual customers and investment bank is about corporate customers? Is that?
Say that.
I mean,
it's like commercial bank is for the, investment bank, they do these things. I mean, they provide advisory on behalf of the customers. It may be an individual or maybe a corporate.
Okay. Okay. So let me remove this if that's not what you want. You mentioned that the primary function. You mentioned about. Sorry. Let me continue the Anirudh before I take further. So, you mentioned that the commercial bank, the primary role for the commercial bank is deposit and loans. And for the investment bank, it's about advisory.
Yes.
Does that mean investment bank can give deposits and loan, or it cannot? Clarity. I'm just trying to come back to your what
they can help you. They can help you, investment banks, but they cannot give you that. That's what I believe. Not exactly.
They can help you, but they cannot.
What is that? Investment banks do not take deposits. That is for sure.
They can help you, but they cannot give you. Okay.
Yes. Yes. And investment banks, they cannot take deposits. They don't accept deposits like the commercial banks.
Okay, what about loans then?
Loans, I think they do provide credit facilities. I'm not very sure about this particular thing, but I think
No.
they do, but not very sure about it.
Okay. Yeah. Somebody else trying to say something.
Investment banks helps in mergers, acquisitions, and also underwriting.
I think we are not trying to get too much into वो क्या उनकी type of activities क्या होते हैं. I'm fundamentally trying to understand what's the difference between investment bank and ठीक है मैं यहाँ लिख देता हूँ MA नहीं करता है. You mentioned about underwriting करता है. ठीक है we'll discuss this later. So does that mean commercial bank M&A नहीं कर सकता राहुल?
I don't think so, sir.
और क्यों नहीं कर सकता?
Because they are basically in the working of taking advances and giving loans, and the profit margin becomes their earnings.
हाँ तो अभी तो हमने कहा कि इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंक लोन्स भी देता है. तो इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंक जब लोन्स दे सकता है और M&A भी कर सकता है तो कमर्शियल बैंक भी लोन्स के साथ M&A क्यों नहीं कर सकता?
No, they give, the commercial banks give loans to the corporate clients. Investment banks, I'm not sure, and I don't think they give loans to corporate clients or
Okay,
individual
so
clients. Individual clients, not at all.
So you're saying the investment bank does not give loan because what I heard before you, somebody said they do not give deposits, but the loans are allowed. Now what you're saying is contrary. You're saying that loans भी नहीं देता. ठीक है? कोई और? Anything else, guys? Now let's try and understand this. So, it's a commercial bank and investment bank. The key difference that you need to understand is the commercial bank. So let's take an example. So for example, suppose HDFC Bank. So HDFC Bank is a commercial bank. So I'm putting an H for a commercial bank. Sorry, for H is HDFC, and that's example of a commercial bank. How does an HDFC typically work? So they receive deposits from the public in the form of FD. They receive deposits from the public in the form of FD, and they promise, okay, they will give, let's assume, hypothetically, let's presume 8% return. So these are not the current market returns that we are referring to. That's not the rate that's prevalent in a current market scenario. I'm just going to hypothetically number for the discussion. And then HDFC Bank uses these funds to give loan to the public, and in return they get, let's assume, 12% return. And this 4% becomes their revenue. I'm saying revenue, not the profit. So that 4% becomes a revenue. I will pause here for 30 seconds to see in case anybody has any doubt on this piece. This is a typical traditional commercial banking business model. That I take deposits from the public, promise to pay them an X return, which is 8% in this example. Use those funds that HDFC have got from deposits. Use those funds to give loans, and I charge a Y rate, which is 12%, and the X minus Y, sorry, Y minus X, which is 12 minus 8, 4% becomes my revenue or sale. यहाँ तक किसी को डाउट? Guys?
No, sir.
No.
No, sir.
No.
Okay. Now, the reason why a commercial bank is allowed to do this, because The commercial bank operates under RBI. And as per RBI Act, they're allowed to accept deposits and public. So, sorry, allowed to accept deposits and loan both. So they're allowed to accept deposits and they're allowed to take loans. So that's the reason these are also called as scheduled banks. So in India, the central bank or the regulator, which is Reserve Bank of India, gives licenses if you want to operate as a commercial bank in India, or if you want to operate as a scheduled bank in India. You need to apply for the license. You need to get license from the regulator, which is RBI for us, or for Indian markets. Once you get that license, what that license gives you or enables to you is that based on that license, you are now allowed legally to raise deposits from the public and use those funds to give loans to the public. Again, we'll pause here for 10 seconds. Any doubt there? I'm deliberately going slow because I've been told that most of you are not used to online sessions. And of course, by structure of this program, this is also not an online session. So I'm not sure how many of you will tend to get used to it and hope this is resolved as soon as possible from an external environment perspective. But I put that you're used to this, you get to that comfort zone of attending and focusing on this online session before I face this up. Yeah. Any comments, any doubt on this, guys?
No, sir.
No.
No, sir.
Okay. Now let's come to investment bank. Now, suppose for investment bank, let's not for the discussion. I will put IB here. Now, investment banks do not come under RBI. They do not. So that's the cross. They do not come under RBI, and that's the reason they are not allowed to accept deposits from the public. Neither FD, neither savings accounts. वो allowed नहीं है. ये piece समझ आया सबको? ये बहुत clear है. So let's take an example. In India में commercial bank, ICICI Bank is an example of a commercial bank. तो ICICI Bank के पास आप जाके FD खोल सकते हो, savings कर सकते हो. But ICICI Securities, which is an investment bank, if you want to open an FD or you want to open a savings account, so ICICI Securities will not entertain you. They're not allowed to get into that business. So that's why I've knocked off this deposits and savings for the investment bank. Is this piece clear, guys? यहाँ तक कुछ पूछना हो तो?
No, I think it's clear.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Hence, अब आते हैं lending side में. थोड़ा ध्यान से सुनना. It was a critical piece. And most of the when we took recruit, then I've seen people messing up on this piece. Now, regulation or the law only talks about this piece. The investment banker is not allowed to accept deposits from the public, and it's silent on the lending side. Lending side मतलब ये वाली side. इस side पे वो restrictions नहीं create करता. But अब थोड़ा logically सोचो. ICICI Securities को अगर किसी को लोन देना है और पब्लिक से पैसा वो नहीं ले सकता, which is a main source of funds, तो अब उसको पैसा किसी को देना है लोन, तो कहाँ से आएगा? From their own pocket. So if they want to give loan, they have to bring this funds from their own pocket. तो मैं ओ लिख रहा हूँ, but public से नहीं ले सकते. When I public, it is individual and corporates both. तो ये सब नहीं ले सकते। इसीलिए अब अपनी पॉकेट से पैसा लिमिटेड सोर्सेज ही है, करेक्ट, वी कैन नॉट ब्रिंग, so ICICI Bank can large amounts from public from cooperative, but ICICI Securities क्योंकि वो अलाउड नहीं है, वो चैनल टैप नहीं कर पाता और वो फंड्स रेज नहीं कर पाता, उसके पास जो अवेलेबिलिटी ऑफ द फंड्स है वो कम हो जाती है vis-a-vis an ICICI Bank, and that's the reason the investment banks are not pretty aggressive into the lending business, because वो lending business में जो funds की जरूरत है वो funds उनके पास limited हो जाते हैं. Again, I will pause here for 10 seconds without it. Guys, ये fundamental है, so this is the entire foundation of this entire journey. अगर ये समझ नहीं है तो आप struggle करोगे. So that's why please ensure you get this right.
Can you please repeat this point that investment banks are not too much into lending? I want to understand more into it.
Sure, Sneha. So, did you understood from the FD perspective first?
Yes, that I understood. Yes, yes.
So deposits क्या करता है? Deposit क्या करता है? Deposit आपके लिए वो funds raise करवाता है, आपको funds arrange करवाता है. So let's take an example. So for example, first you become an ICICI bank. तो आपने कहा कि सर मैं तो एक कमर्शियल बैंक बन गया, आई वांट टू गिव लोन्स, ठीक है, मैंने कहा ठीक है डाटा. अब वो लोन्स देने के लिए सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट चीज क्या, आपके पास फंड्स आने चाहिए. वो फंड्स कहाँ से लाओ? तो आपने कहा सर मेरे पास तो 1 लाख रुपीज है, मेरे पास मतलब आपकी खुद की पॉकेट, मतलब ओनर के फंड्स होते हैं, विच इज इक्विटी. ठीक है, टेक्निकल जार्गन से बाद में करेंगे, बट ओनर्स फंड लेके चलते हैं. सो आपने कहा सर मेरे पास 1 लाख रुपीज है, मैंने कहा ठीक है, आपके पास फर्स्ट कस्टमर आया, सो लेट्स जो अनिरुद्ध आया, अनिरुद्ध ने आपसे बोला कि मुझे 1 लाख रुपए का लोन दे, तो आपने अनिरुद्ध को 1 लाख रुपए का लोन दे दिया. 1 लाख रुपए आपकी खुद की पॉकेट के थे, ओनर के फंड्स थे. यहाँ पे कोई डाउट?
No, I'm good.
Now I'm taking it to next level. Now let's assume another customer, let's assume Ravi, for the sake of discussion. Ravi comes in and says, Sneha, I need a 10 lakh home loan. You've done a credit assessment on Ravi and you feel comfortable. हाँ, रवि एक अच्छा बोरोवर है, होम लोन ले रहा है, अच्छा सैलरीड पर्सन है, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं, लोन दिया जा सकता है. बट फंड्स कहाँ से लाओ? फंड्स तो आपके पास 1 लाख रुपए ही थे अपने ओनर के फंड, वो तो खत्म हो चुके हैं. अब आप कहते हो ठीक है मैं पब्लिक से ले सकती हूँ क्या? हाँ, रेगुलेशन आपको अलाउ करता है. अब दूसरी साइड पे लेट्स अज्यूम एक और कस्टमर आता है, लेट्स अज्यूम मोहन, और मोहन कहता है स्नेहा मेरे को यार 2 साल के लिए एफडी करनी है, 10 लाख रुपए की एफडी रख लोगे क्या? आपने तो ये मेक्स सेंस. तो मोहन से 1 लाख रुपए की 10 लाख रुपए की एफडी ले लेती हूँ और उसको 8% का रिटर्न प्रॉमिस कर देती हूँ, और ये तो 2 साल के बाद मेरे पास आएगा, और इस फंड्स को मैं रवि को लोन के लिए दे देती हूँ. यहाँ तक कोई डाउट नहीं है?
No, I'm good.
ठीक है. Now let me bring you to the investment. अब let's assume you become investment bank. सेम रेप्लिकेट करते हैं. सो आपके पास 1 लाख रुपए है अपने पॉकेट के. अब आपके पास अनिरुद्ध आया, बोला 1 लाख रुपए का लोन दे दो, आपने अनिरुद्ध को दे दिया. यहाँ पे कोई डाउट?
No doubt.
Now Ravi comes. Ravi is the second customer, और आप इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंक कर, और आपसे पूछता है कि मुझे 10 लाख रुपए का लोन दे दो. आप ये फंड्स कहाँ से लाओगे? क्या वो फंड्स आपने जैसे पहले मोहन से एफडी की फॉर्म में अरेंज करा था, आप कर पाओगे?
No, because now I'm an investment bank.
और आप वो क्यों नहीं कर पाओगे? That's the crux of this discussion. क्यों नहीं कर पाओगे? क्योंकि वो रेगुलेशन में
Because the lender, regulatory, हाँ, the regulator is not allowing me.
अब आप मुझे बताओ, who will be more aggressive into the lending, investment bank or a commercial bank?
Commercial bank.
So that's where that's what was your query, correct?
Okay.
इसीलिए क्योंकि इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंक बहुत सारा फंड्स आसानी से मार्केट से रेज नहीं कर सकता. रेज नहीं कर सकता फ्रॉम अ पर्सपेक्टिव ऑफ एफडी एंड डिपॉजिट्स. व्हाट कमर्शियल बैंक कैन रेज, हेंस क्योंकि सप्लाई ऑफ those funds or cheaper source of funds, supply of cheaper source of funds. Chandrasekhar, can you be on mute please? So investment bank वो easy cheaper source of funds आसानी से नहीं रेज कर सकता. आसानी से क्या, अलाउड नहीं है. हेंस उनके लिए लेंडिंग थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट और एग्रेसिव होना प्रैक्टिकली पॉसिबल नहीं है, तो उनको फिर अपनी पॉकेट से पैसे लाना पड़ेगा. बट क्योंकि कमर्शियल बैंक वो सब कर सकते हैं, दैट्स व्हाई दे आर प्रीटी एग्रेसिव ऑन द लैंडिंग साइड. Sneha, have you understood this? Does this address your query?
Yes, yes, very much and much clear. Thank you so much.
No issues, welcome.
Sir.
Chandrasekhar, what are you trying to ask?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So that means they can lend, but to the certain extent, is that? Or else they cannot
That's what I
lend.
said. That's what I said. From a law perspective, there is no restriction on them to lend. पर वो lending के लिए पब्लिक से पैसा नहीं उठा सकते. पब्लिक से मेरा मतलब है इन फॉर्म ऑफ डिपॉजिट्स एंड सेविंग्स. Chandrasekhar, are you there? Are you dropped off?
Got it. Yes, I got it.
Yeah. So the example that we took, if Sneha becomes investment bank और स्नेहा अपनी पॉकेट से एज एन ओनर 1 लाख रुपीज लाती है, तो हाँ उसका पैसा है, उसको जिसको लोन देना है दो. बट स्नेहा किसी दूसरे कस्टमर से एफडी की फॉर्म में पैसा लेके किसी और को लोन नहीं दे सकती अगर वो इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंक. चंद्रशेखर.
Yes, sir. Got it, sir.
Guys, any other comment, any other question, anything that you disagree with? That's also an important piece, guys. अगर आपको कुछ बता रहा हो, आपको समझ आ रहा है बट लॉजिकली कन्विंसिंग नहीं लग रहा है, फील फ्री टू रेज एंड चैलेंज कि सर क्या लॉजिक समझ आ गया बट लॉजिक नहीं बन रहा. ठीक है, तो any doubt, any comment? Yes, I can. Rather, sorry, I can't hear you. There's a lot of background. Rather, go ahead.
I got it. It's sorry, there was some microphone problem.
No issue. You want to read any query? Okay. Anybody else?
I want to, there is a query that is like arising in my mind. So I've understood that, investment bank can provide loans and credit facilities to investors, but they never just accept from the public, which I also already knew. But the thing is, suppose if I am a investment banker or investment bank itself, so who are the kind of borrowers who would be willing to get a loan from me, because it would not be a conventional loan. So what are the, because any person can go to a commercial bank and can get a loan or credit facility at a lower rate. But if I'm an investment bank, who are the kind of borrowers who would be willing or who would be willing to take a loan or avail a credit facility from me?
Because there are two versions here. If you make a theoretical version, a practical, what we see in the market, transact corporates. So theoretical version है कि जिस किसी को भी लोन की जरूरत है और वो इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंकर तक पहुंच सकता है और उनके पैरामीटर्स को एलिजिबल है, they theoretically can take a loan. यहाँ तक कोई डाउट नहीं रहता. Are you fine with this theoretical answer first?
Yes, I am.
अब practically बात है. Practically, we do not give loans to everybody that who are able to reach out to us. What happens? Because I'm not getting these funds easily, the way probably a commercial bank आसानी से पैसा रेज कर सकता है FD और सेविंग्स की फॉर्म में. मैं बिकॉज मुझे वो चैनल बंद कर दिया गया, so I can't raise it easily from the market. I can raise it from other sources. I'm not trying to bring those sources as of now. FPO है, IPOs है, so I'll pass through those pieces for the later part, later into this discussion and through the journey. But ये जो आसान सोर्स ऑफ फंड्स है पब्लिक से रेज करना फ्रॉम FD एंड सेविंग्स, वो मेरे लिए डिसअलाउड है, बंद है. तो मेरे पास जो फंड्स हैं वो बहुत लिमिटेड हो जाते हैं और कॉस्टली हो जाते हैं. तो उस फंड्स पे मुझे जो रिटर्न कमाना है प्रॉफिट कमाना है वो, सो फॉर एग्जाम्पल आईसीआईसीआई बैंक के पास 50 लाख के फंड्स है, उस 50 लाख को रिटर्न कमाना चाहता है। मेरे पास सिर्फ 1-2 लाख के ही फंड्स है, उस पर मुझे रिटर्न कमाना। सो व्हाट हैपेंस इफ आई वांट टू गिव अ लोन, आई नीड टू मेक बिग मनी आउट ऑफ इट। अब कोई भी लेंडर, सॉरी नॉट लेंडर, बोरो, जो उतना इंटरेस्ट रेट देने के लिए रेडी हो जाए, मैं उसी से बात करने में इंटरेस्टेड हूँ। Anybody who is willing to take a loan, but not at the rate what I want, because that rate will be very high rate, because there was limited resources हमें survive करने के लिए उसी limited resources में बड़ा profit कमाना है। So that's a practical piece that I'm trying to give you, because I think that's also important, guys, into this entire journey. अगर आप सिर्फ theoretical versions पढ़ते चले जाते हो and you don't try and understand how these practical things happen, I think that's a problem to me, according to me. So I would think advise you to also try and focus in fact more on the practical and the application side rather than only the theoretical side. So Anirudh, does this answer your question?
Yes, it does answer question.
That's the reason why अब example लेते हैं, let's assume अनिरुद्ध आप एक एग्जांपल लेते हैं। तो अगर आपको 10 लाख रुपए का होम, सॉरी लेट मी कंप्लीट दिस। तो अनिरुद्ध, अगर आपको 10 लाख रुपए का होम लोन चाहिए तो आप आईसीआईसीआई बैंक के पास जाते हैं, आईसीआईसीआई बैंक आपको देने के लिए शायद रेडी हो जाएगा। वही 10 लाख रुपए का लोन आपको चाहिए और आप एक बैंक ऑफ अमेरिका इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंक के पास जाते हो, वो नहीं आपको एंटरटेन करेगा, क्योंकि उसको पता है 10 लाख रुपए पे जो उसको रिटर्न आपसे चार्ज कर सकता है, that's far lower than the return that they are willing, they want to make out, they want to earn into the market.
Exactly. I think an investment bank would also be very keen to know the objective of my loan, why I'm taking the loan, because
वो तो कमर्शियल बैंक भी होता है यार, वो तो कमर्शियल बैंक में, कमर्शियल बैंक से आप जब लोन लेते हो तो भी पूछता है ना इस पैसे का क्या करोगे, ऐसा तो नहीं वो आंकलन करके आपको दे देता है।
Right.
But okay, I think the point is a little different, because investment bank उस पैसे को आपको देने से पहले बहुत ज्यादा रिटर्न पे चैलेंज करेगा आपको, और वो अपना पैसा डूबने के लिए भी ज्यादा, डूबने से बचाने के लिए भी ज्यादा कंसर्न होगा। तो वो आपके प्रोजेक्ट में सिर्फ आपकी सुन के पैसा दे देगा ऐसा नहीं, उस प्रोजेक्ट में और टेक्निकली इन्वॉल्व हो जाएगा।
Exactly.
So that we'll discuss when we move to the private equity venture capital points later. But to answer your question, मैंने आपको दो आंसर दिए, theoretical and practical, and you need to be careful in terms of किसको कैसे यूज करें।
Got it.
ठीक है।
Hello.
Any other doubt? Yes.
Yeah, hi.
Yes.
So how is investment bank different from NBFC?
We'll come to that. I've not deliberately brought in NBFC right now, and it's not only about NBFC. There are a lot of other terms that I'm willing to use, but I won't completely knock off commercial bank investment before I put in the third term into this complexity.
Okay.
So hold on for some time. I will.
Sure. Done.
Guys, इसमें कोई doubt commercial bank investment?
No, sir.
No, we understood.
Hello.
Yeah, check more.
So generally, rate of interest in investment banking would be higher, I guess, in compared to commercial bank. Is it so?
Yeah, that's what I explained to Anirudh, correct? Logically वैसे ही होगा ना, क्योंकि अगर आईसीआईसीआई बैंक है, उसके पास 50 लाख का फंड्स आ गया है और वो बोलता है ठीक है मैं एक लाख पे 1% कमा के खुश हूँ, तो 50 लाख पे वो 1% कमाएगा। केस 2, इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंक के पास आया ही सिर्फ 1 लाख रुपए है, अब वो 1 लाख पे 1% कमाएगा तो सर्वाइव कैसे करेगा? उसको 1 लाख रुपए पे ज्यादा परसेंटेज कमाना पड़ेगा तो सर्वाइव एंड मेक मनी आउट ऑफ इट, करेक्ट? टू आंसर क्वेश्चन, यस, द इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंक वुड बी एट अ वेरी हायर रेट, और यही रीजन है कोई भी इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंक पास पहले जाना पसंद करेगा ही नहीं। And that's the reason why I said earlier, investment banks are not very aggressive in the lending. We are not in a very aggressive lending business the way the commercial banks do, because we know this is not what will give the money what we want at the rate what we are comfortable, and that's the reason why we look for the other business channels where we can make higher rate of return. Of course, risk are also involved, but that's the risk appetite that's there.
So one more thing, this in case of commercial bank, the rate of interest will be governed by this RBI, correct?
Sorry?
Rate of interest in FD or loan or borrowing capacity, that will be governed by RBI, correct?
For investment banks?
In case of commercial bank.
Yeah, not governed. So RBI has put a framework or a regulation. You have to comply with that while setting your lending and deposit rates.
And in case of investment banking, who will like govern this particular interest and rate of interest and all?
So there's no deposit rates involved, correct?
Lending. So lending must be goes with some interest, rate of interest, I guess.
Correct. So Richa, so suppose if you want to give 50,000 rupees loan to your friend, is that legally allowed?
I guess yes, there is no restriction. Personally, I can give loan to anyone.
Correct. As long as with the amount on which you're giving loan is properly a tax paid amount. You're not siphoning or you're not laundering those funds. Second,
yes,
the return that you make, so everything is on papers. जिसको आप लोन दे रहे हो उसको आप proper papers पे दे रहे हो. जितना return कमाओ उसमें proper tax भर रहे हो. That's allowed, correct? आप किसी को भी लोन दे सकते हो. अब आप जिस रेट पे इंटरेस्ट रेट आप जिस रेट पे लोन दोगे अपने फ्रेंड को वो कौन मॉनिटर करता है?
I will monitoring the same. I will be monitoring it.
So how should this be different from investment bank?
I think investment bank will be decide their own.
Correct.
But in that case, every investment bank.
सुनो क्यों? क्योंकि इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंक पब्लिक का पैसा यूज करके लोन नहीं दे रहा है, वो अपने पैसे से किसी को लोन दे रहा है. और सेम एग्जांपल आपके लिए रिचा, आप अपने पैसे का किसी को लोन दे रहे हो. एज लॉन्ग एज यू आर नॉट लॉन्ड्रिंग और यू आर नॉट इवेडिंग एनी टैक्स ऑन दिस, कोई रिस्ट्रिक्शन नहीं है. बट कमर्शियल बैंक के ऊपर रिस्ट्रिक्शन क्यों है? क्योंकि वो पब्लिक का पैसा लेके पब्लिक को देना चाह रहा है. एंड दे कैन नॉट ट्राई एंड एक्सप्लॉइट दिस पोजीशन. They should not exploit this position. That's the difference from a law perspective.
Okay.
Spirit perspective से समझने की कोशिश करो तभी आप इसको इंटरव्यू में हैंडल कर पाओ.
Okay. Thank you.
एक चीज मैं और रिपीट कर रहा हूँ कि कोई भी चीज जो आप लॉजिकली कन्विंस नहीं हो कि आपको समझ आ गया मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ, बट ये क्या लॉजिकली ये तो लॉजिकल बात कर रहा है. That's not the way it happens in the law. So please raise that as well. So आपको समझ नहीं आया तो भी आप पूछ सकते हैं, बट समझ में आया बट आपको कन्विंसिंग नहीं लग रहा है, it's not making sense as per your understanding or logical नहीं लग रहा है based on what you've seen or what you've read earlier, simply feel free to tell us that. But anything else as of now? I would like to get this completed as per the flow before I take it forward. As I will assume that during this silence, this means no doubt so far on this piece. So just to wrap this up and to conclude, so we can get this slide, which I think that's probably so. But that's what we discussed. So just to wrap this up, so commercial banks are allowed to accept deposits from the public, and they can use those funds to give loans to the public. Investment banks are not allowed to accept deposit from the public. So then the next question comes in, then from where do they make money? Because चलो ठीक है, commercial bank तो पैसा public से लेगा, देगा, पैसा कमाएगा. Then from investment bank make money. Then the investment bank makes money from advisory business. What does this mean? So थोड़ा सा complicated है. Okay, let's focus on this. So this means, let's assume client A and client B. Client B को funds की जरूरत है. Client B needs fund. और client A के पास surplus funds है. यानी client B को investment की जरूरत है. यहाँ तक कोई doubt? एक के पास funds extra है, एक को funds की जरूरत है. कैसे होता है? ठीक है.
So
let's
please
take an
repeat.
example of.
Your voice is breaking. Please repeat.
So for example, so ठीक है, छोड़ो उसको, हम let's take another example. Suppose real estate का example लेते हैं. So client A wants to buy property. We want to buy property. B, client wants to sell property. कैसे करते हो? एक रियल एस्टेट एजेंट है, RA लिखना, वो क्या करता है? सो जो B है जिसको प्रॉपर्टी सेल करनी है, वो रियल एस्टेट एजेंट के पास जाके बोलता है कि मुझे प्रॉपर्टी सेल करनी है, ये मेरी प्रॉपर्टी है, ये मेरी डिटेल्स है, कोई अच्छा बायर हो तो बता दो. ठीक है. फिर A क्या करता है? A भी यही करता है, वो जाता है रियल एस्टेट एजेंट को बताता है कि मेरी प्रॉपर्टी मुझे खरीदनी, मेरा ये बजट है, मेरी ये रिक्वायरमेंट है, ये मेरी प्रेफरेंसेस है, कोई अच्छी प्रॉपर्टी हो तो बता दो. Pause here 5-10 seconds to start it, guys. This is what logically you would have seen, correct? Practically आपने ऐसे ही देखा होगा. रियल एस्टेट एजेंट क्या करता है? इन दोनों के बीच में ट्रांजैक्शन कराता है, और वो ट्रांजैक्शन डायरेक्टली A और B के बीच में होती है. बट जो रियल एस्टेट एजेंट, जिसको ब्रोकर बोलते हो, ठीक है, and this is pretty aggressive in movement, right? तो ये जो ब्रोकर होता है, ये इस ट्रांजैक्शन को फैसिलिटेट कराता है, और A से और B से दोनों से अपना कमीशन, जिसको ब्रोकरेज बोलते हैं वो मिला है, सो वो लेता है. एंड दैट्स फॉर 11 months and then rotate over whatever that payment will pay for 10 years. So that's the way they do it. The real estate agent इन दोनों के बीच में नहीं आ जाता. बीच में का मतलब है वो A से प्रॉपर्टी खरीद के B को प्रॉपर्टी ऐसा नहीं करता, उन दोनों के बीच में एक फैसिलिटेटर की तरह काम करता है, एक एडवाइजर की तरह काम करता है, एक इंटरमीडिएरी की तरह काम. कोई डाउट किसी को यहाँ पर?
No.
No, sir.
No.
ठीक है. अब सेम चीज करते हैं. यहाँ पे सेल प्रॉपर्टी की जगह यहाँ पे M कर देते हैं, सेल मनी. किसी के पास फंड्स है और बाय की प्रॉपर्टी जगह बाय M कर रहा हूँ. M इज नो मनी. तो A एक इन्वेस्टर है, ठीक है, जिसको पैसे की जरूरत है. तो लेट्स टेक एन एग्जांपल. A इज अ रिलायंस कंपनी. रिलायंस को नया प्रोजेक्ट लगा रहा है, उसको फंड की जरूरत है, पैसा चाहिए उसको. और एक FII इन्वेस्टर है जो B है इस एग्जांपल पे, उसके पास सरप्लस फंड्स है, वो इन्वेस्टमेंट करना चाहता है. थोड़ा FII फंड, वी नॉट टेक्निकली गेटिंग इनटू दिस टर्म. एक इन्वेस्टर मान के चलते हैं, those were not clear what is FII, would be not difficult होगा. So एक इन्वेस्टर है जिसके पास सरप्लस फंड है, वो इन्वेस्टमेंट करना चाहता है. So what we do as an investment bank, so जो इन्वेस्टर है वो इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंकर के पास आता है, बोलता है कि ये मेरे इतने फंड्स है, मैं इतने सालों के लिए इन्वेस्टमेंट करना चाहता हूँ, मेरा ये रिस्क रिटर्न प्रोफाइल्स है, विल डिस्कशन दैट हैपेंस, और ये मेरी इंटरेस्ट है, ये मैं इस एरिया में करना चाहता हूँ, मैं इस फॉर्म में लगाना चाहता हूँ, व्हाटएवर। कुछ अच्छा अपॉर्चुनिटी हो तो बताना, ठीक है। वो इन्फॉर्मेशन शेयर करके चला जाता है। सिमिलरली रिलायंस इन दिस एग्जाम्पल और ए इन दिस एग्जाम्पल, जिसको फंड की जरूरत है वो भी इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंकर के पास आता है, बोलता है कि मुझे इतने फंड की जरूरत है, मैं ये प्रोजेक्ट स्टार्ट करना चाहता हूँ, मुझे इसलिए चाहिए, मुझे उसलिए चाहिए, सब इन्फॉर्मेशन इज शेयर्ड विद इन्वेस्टमेंट। एंड देन व्हाट दिस इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंक कैन डू, and what we do from an IB perspective, we try and bridge this gap. We try and facilitate this transaction between A and B, and we take fees from both of this, and that's what we make money out of it. यहाँ तक कोई डाउट guys?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
No.
No.
No, sir.
Yes, I understand that you will take some time to get used to my methodology or probably the way I want to run this journey. At least जब तक आप मेरे साथ हो, ठीक है. So I'm aware you will take time, but hence I'm not putting lot of those stuffs at the beginning, and as and when we get into this journey, those things will come up. But it's important that for every piece you need to be 100% comfortable, and that's the reason I'm going a little slow than my normal pace. So please make best use of this pace, and please ensure कुछ doubts है, comments है, कुछ पूछना है, कुछ बताना है, कुछ add करना है. You have full freedom to voice it out and express. Guys, कुछ है यहाँ पे. Have you understood what investment bank do? अब इसी के ऊपर मैं I don't want to remove this slide. इसी के ऊपर मैं with a different color, let me try and put commercial banks. What a commercial bank will do. So that we get a different color. I hope to just go along. So let me remove this. So मैं पूरा knock off कर देता हूँ. What investment bank, what commercial bank will do is this. So this is ICICI. अब again दो लोग, sorry, A को यहाँ पे रखते हैं, B. So A को नीड है फंड्स की, नीड, और B के पास सरप्लस फंड्स है, इन्वेस्ट करना है. अब ICICI कैसे करता है? ICICI जब B ICICI के पास आता है तो कहता ठीक है, तो B ICICI के पास आया, बोला यार मुझे इन्वेस्टमेंट करना है, मेरे पास सरप्लस फंड है, मैं 3 साल के इन्वेस्ट करता हूँ. ICICI कहता है अच्छा ठीक है, मेरे पास FD खोल दो, और ये पैसा FD की कॉमर्स को दे देता है. ICICI कहता है ले, तेरे को मैं 8% रिटर्न दूंगा, तो खुश है ना? B कहता है हाँ. बस B को इतना ही मतलब होता है. अब B को इससे आगे मतलब नहीं है, ये ICICI फंड्स का आगे क्या करे, वो A को दे, B को दे, C को दे, D को दे, या किसी को नहीं दे, B को कोई लेना देना नहीं है. बट प्रीवियस एग्जांपल में A और B के बीच में प्रॉपर ट्रांजैक्शन होती है. यहाँ पे अब ICICI बैंक A को देता है और उससे रिटर्न कमाता है, और अगर नहीं दे पाता तो वो लॉस ICICI बैंक का होता है. बट B इज नॉट बॉदर्ड what's happening beyond this wall. जो मैंने डार्क रेड कर दिया है उसके आगे उसको मतलब नहीं होता है. सिमिलरली A को ये मतलब नहीं होता है कि वो ICICI के पास जो पैसा आया वो कहाँ से आया. बट इन प्रीवियस इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंक एग्जाम्पल जो मैं स्क्रीन पे थोड़ा टॉप पे कर रहा हूँ, वहां पे जो B और A था वो एक दूसरे से डायरेक्ट ट्रांजेक्शन करते हैं, ऑफकोर्स with investment banker facilitating this entire piece. बट कमर्शियल बैंक में क्या होता है, तो CB में कमर्शियल बैंक लिख रहा हूँ यहाँ पे, उसमें बीच में आ जाता है वो A और B के, और A को नहीं पता उधर क्या हो रहा है और B को नहीं पता उधर क्या हो रहा है. अगेन आई विल पॉज हियर फॉर 30 seconds or 10 seconds. Guys, any doubt?
No, sir, I understood.
Anybody else?
No, sir, clear.
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
इम्पोर्टेंट है कि ये कुछ समझना चाहिए, मुझे फोकस कुछ मैंने जानबूझ के आपको रियल एस्टेट के एग्जांपल से समझाया पहले, so that you get used to that, and I'm trying to put a structure in terms of the way we transact vis-a-vis the way commercial bank will transact.
तो प्रैक्टिकली ऐसा होता है इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंकिंग के केस में, लेट्स सपोज ए लोन के लिए इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंकर के पास गया है और जो अदर पार्टी है वो उससे इंट्रोड्यूस कराता है उसको, प्रैक्टिकली ऐसा होता है?
हाँ रिचा, ऐसा होता है बिकॉज वो लोन्स नहीं होते, वो टिपिकल लोन्स नहीं होते, वो मोर देन लोन्स होते हैं.
प्लीज इलैबोरेट.
सो वो लोन्स नहीं होते, लोन्स से ज्यादा कॉम्प्लिकेटेड ट्रांजेक्शन्स होती हैं, और वही अब आप आगे देखोगे कि इन्वेस्टमेंट में किस किस तरह की ट्रांजेक्शन करते हैं, लाइक आईपीओ है, एफपीओ है, वेंचर कैपिटलिस्ट फंडिंग है, हेज फंडिंग है, एमएनए है. वो टिपिकल लोन्स नहीं होते जैसे लोन्स की आप कम हमने जो आपने शायद देखे होंगे, लाइक आप आईसीआईसीआई बैंक, एचडीएफसी बैंक, किसी कमर्शियल बैंक के पास गए और आपने लोन ले लिया. ये उतने सिंपल लोन्स नहीं होते, मत कॉम्प्लिकेट, बिकॉज किसी को अगर वो सिंपल लोन चाहिए तो वो इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंक के पास नहीं आएगा, वो कहीं और से अरेंज आराम से कर सकता है.
ओके, ठीक है.
दूसरा एग्जांपल इसी इसी क्वेश्चन
One
में
more
आते हैं.
thing
सॉरी,
is that investment banking has no regulatory authority basically if it doesn't come under RBI.
probably before this, I address this, I'm not sure what this HP stands for, but next time, guys, when you log in, please ensure you log in with your name so that I know who is speaking and I can address to you with your name. So continuing with this, this is HP. I don't know what this HP means, but before I take this up, I think previously Richa बोल रही थी. So Richa, जो रियल एस्टेट में भी तो ऐसा ही होता है ना, एक प्रॉपर्टी बाय करना चाहते हो आप, एक प्रॉपर्टी सेल करना चाहते हैं, क्या रियल एस्टेट एजेंट दोनों को नहीं मिलवाता है एट द राइट पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम?
सर मिलवाता है, बट एक्चुअली इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंकिंग में लाइक बैंकिंग सेक्टर में ऐसा पर्टिकुलरली होता है प्रैक्टिकली, बिकॉज मुझे याद है कि लाइक इन माय कंपनी माय डायरेक्टर वेंट टू सम इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंक कंपनी फॉर दिस पर्टिकुलर लोन एक्टिविटी, बट ऐसा वहाँ पे कुछ नहीं हुआ था उस टाइम पे.
मैं वही बोल रहा हूँ, दैट वुड हैव डिपेंड आप किस तरह के लोन की बात कर रहे हो. अगर आप बहुत एक टिपिकल छोटा मोटा बेसिक लोन की बात कर रहे हो, देन प्रोबब्ली द आंसर माइट कम आउट टू बी नो, करेक्ट. बट if this is a complicated transaction, why would not an investor would like to know कि उसका पैसा कहाँ जा रहा है? So that will depend upon transaction. I don't know if you're aware of what is IPO. Are you aware of what is IPO?
Yes sir, initial
So
public offering.
IPO का एग्जांपल लेते हैं. So let's say Reliance comes with an IPO और पब्लिक पैसा लगाती है उसमें, या आप पैसा लगाना चाहते हो, तो क्या रिलायंस को नहीं पता कि स्नेहा पैसा लगाएगा, स्नेहा को नहीं पता कि रिलायंस में पैसा लगेगा, तो इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंक को छुपाता थोड़ा है, बट उन दोनों के बीच में फैसिलिटेट तो इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंक कराते हैं.
Yes sir, correct.
Both the parties knows what's happening on the other side, right? दूसरी बात, कमिंग टू योर एग्जांपल जो आपने बोला कंपनी में योर बॉस और योर एमडी मेंट टू बी, अब अगर लेट्स अज्यूम आप मेरे पास आए, इफ आई एम एन इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंक और आप या आपके बॉस मेरे पास आए, आपने प्रपोजल दे दिया मुझे, अगर मुझे ही वो प्रपोजल पसंद नहीं आया तो मैं आगे किसी को प्रेजेंट ही नहीं करूंगा ना, एंड यू गो बैक एंड देन थिंक व्हाट हैपेंड विद एनीबॉडी एल्स. So I'm not saying I don't know the details of what this investment. I'm just trying to give you कि ऐसा भी होता है, and उस रीजन की वजह से आगे किसी और के साथ डिस्कशंस मीटिंग्स होती ही नहीं. सिनेरियो 2 कुड भी कि बहुत सिंपल लोन की जरूरत थी, तो मैंने कहा मैं खुद ही दे देता हूँ यार, मैं ले लिया, आपको आगे किसी को मिलवाने की जरूरत नहीं. So that's also possible.
Okay, got it.
Okay, thanks. Going to the question raised by HP. So um, I think she mentioned about the regulator. So in India, the investment bank generally operate as a merchant bank rather than operating as an investment bank. So ये इसको मैं बाद में cover करूँगा अभी. In case your session will be tomorrow, I'm not sure, but in case we have, so that probably will be covered later in the journey. But to answer your question, अभी के लिए and not complicate this too much, इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंक का अभी के लिए मान के चलते हैं कि इंडिया में सेबी जो सिक्योरिटी एक्सचेंज ऑफ इंडिया में काम करता है. कमर्शियल बैंक जो है फ्रॉम अ बैंकिंग पर्सपेक्टिव आरबीआई लाइसेंस के अंदर काम करता है, बट एज पर कंपनीज एक्ट वो सेबी के अंडर काम करता है. If it does it answer your question?
Okay, okay.
Any other? Okay. So what I can do, I won't bombard too much. So let's take a 5 minutes break. Have something, glass of water, if in case I need, so that we again get back to the focus please that we want. So we'll take a 5 minutes break and then we'll start. So it's 11:26 by my watch. We'll start around 11:31.
ठीक है ना.
Guys, any questions before we?
No, sir.
No, sir.
This is making sense.
No,
Are
sir.
you able to understand the way I'm trying to explain this to you? A couple of examples. I'm just going through those definitions mentioned on the slide. Right? Okay. So now, even you now understood this base difference. Now moving back to this commercial bank. Now, what would be mean by retail bank and the corporate bank? So we understood these two terminologies now. So let's add more before I go to APFC. So what is the retail bank and what is the corporate bank? Anyone wants to try this? No. So let me put numbers so that it's easy. We're focusing on now third and fourth. We're done with the process. Okay. Third or fourth, what is retail bank and corporate bank? I can't. There's no one who wants to add to this. You wanted to force you by all your names. Anirudh, what's your understanding of retail bank and corporate bank?
Yeah, so retail bank is like you who deals with the retail investors, that is individual public. It may be corporates or not corporates, but it also provides services to corporates as well. But a corporate bank would be a bank. I don't know much about corporate banks, but that's what I feel that corporate bank would be giving services to corporates like who are involved in trading, maybe export services like bills of exchange, credit facilities, these kind of services.
Okay. So okay. Anybody else?
Yeah, hi. So retail bank would typically have services like savings account, current account, and basic loans like home loan, auto loan, or car loan, sort of. And corporate banks are differently structured, so they would have facilities for a larger corporate organizations that need maybe an overdraft or a for business related purpose.
तो अगर आपको ग्राफ चाहिए तो आप किस बैंक के पास जाओगे? रिटेल बैंक के पास जाओगे,
Sorry?
corporate बैंक के पास जाओगे?
Sorry.
If you need overdraft facilities of men, you will go to
Yeah.
corporate bank or retail bank?
Commercial bank, right? So a retail bank.
So it's not about the facility, right? And it depends on the type of the customer. You mentioned about
Type of customers. Yeah. Yes.
not
Definitely.
on the type of facility because you mentioned
Yes.
type of facility.
Right. So for business
we-
purpose, you'll typically approach a corporate bank, and for non-financial sort of, so a home loan or a credit card or a savings account, so we'll typically approach a retail bank.
That's still not right. So even if you as an individual wants to do a business, and for that
Right.
also if you need a loan, you will still go to the bank. It's not about because I need for business or I need without I don't need it for the business. That's not the way the segregation should be done. It's on the type of the customer. So for example, so before I go to that, retail bank and corporate bank are two teams or two channels, not channels. These are two divisions under commercial bank. ठीक है, इसी के दो parts है. Okay, and as the name suggests, the retail bank deals with individuals like you and me, who are individuals, not the corporates. And corporate bank will deal with the corporates. So, for example, if Infosys wants to do some banking transaction, then they will be dealing with the corporate banking team of the commercial bank. If you, in your individual capacity, want to do some banking transaction, you will be dealing with the retail banking division or the team of the commercial. Guys, any doubt in this? Are we clear with this now? These four terms that's on the screen.
So basically, the differentiation is based on the end user. So an individual will approach a retail bank, and a corporate will approach a corporate. Is that what you say?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's the reason why these two are technically subheads of the commercial.
Okay.
So the bank will remain common, the commercial bank will remain common, the transaction will be as per their retail customer or corporate customer, correct? Bank will remain same. There is nothing like retail banking and corporate banking. That depends perfectly on your customer base.
Correct. So for example, ICICI Bank will have internally, they will have two teams. One team will be a retail banking team and one another will be corporate bank. वो दोनों ही ICICI Bank के लिए teams है. तो अगर corporate को deal करना है तो corporate bank की team से transact करेगा, interact करेगा.
Okay.
किसी individual को customer को deal करना है तो उसकी retail banking team से deal. But this overall is an ICICI Bank too. So that's the reason I said कि ये दोनों इसी के दो parts हैं.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Without her. If no, then so let's add another. So suppose somebody said NBFC. Let me add NBFC now. And what is NBFC, guys? Non-banking financial company. What's NBFC?
So basically, NBFCs cannot accept deposits from the public, but they can lend.
Okay.
Not to the public, but to the corporates.
Investment banking.
But NBFCs are, I suppose, they're governed by RBI. Actually.
Okay. Or the difference. Okay. NBFC is non-banking financial company, so we do not get the banking license, but they get license or permission from the regulator to do certain parts of the banking. So they're not full-fledged banks. They can still do certain limited activities of the banking business. So, for example, Bajaj Capital. You would have seen when you go to Chroma or Reliance Digital, you buy a solution refrigerator or an air conditioner. Sometimes Bajaj Capital says, okay, we'll give you a loan for buying those electronic equipment or gadgets. Now, those fall under this category of NBFC because they would have got the permission to do a specific segment kind of an lending, and that's what becomes NBFC. So NBFCs, they do not get full-fledged banking license, and they get a very limited license to do certain pieces of the banking. That's why we look for it. Any doubts?
So what is the use of having an NBFC in the economy? If there are other banks who are doing their stuff, then why do we need a separate NBFC section?
Correct. So, for example, if you're planning to buy, let's say, a 50,000 rupees or a 1 lakh rupees refrigerator, do you think if you go to ICICI Bank, would it be so easy for you?
No, because it's a very small
Exactly. It's a very small ticket transaction. But if you go to ICICI Bank, they will still go with their criteria of what you do. That's the reason why to allow quick transaction of such nature, which are very small tickets, plus of those segment of the customers, these specific additional entities or additional licenses are being given. Take another example. आपने ICICI Bank का भी wallet, I don't know कितने लोग पता है, ICICI Bank also is very similar to wallet to Paytm. Now the question still remains here. तो अगर ICICI Bank के पास भी अपना एक payment wallet है, तो Paytm को license क्यों दिया? Because ICICI Bank का वो core business नहीं है, वो एक additional facility है. But Paytm का वो core segment है. That's why they are able to do it more aggressive in the market. So I'm not sure who really would go. Does it answer the question for you?
Anything? One thing I'd like to add in this NBFC section: NBFCs are like private financial companies which are also, opened under the Companies Act 2013. They are registered under that, and they are listed by RBI. They are not listed by RBI separately. They are listed by.
I think the reason why I did not draw this point because कोई भी company, any entity in India which gets a legal status of company will get registered under Companies Act. तो सिर्फ NBFC के लिए नहीं है, investment bank भी Companies Act में आती है, commercial bank भी Companies Act में.
Yeah.
It difference now की similarity. ये सब में वैसा ही हो. Okay. Anything else, guys, on this piece still NBFC? If no, then you have rural bank. Rural bank क्या होता है? Rural bank again those bank segments or banking entities which have a more focus on the rural areas. Their focus is to promote or help those rural areas जहाँ पे आसानी से नहीं बोलूँगा, जहाँ पे एक अगर आप ICICI बैंक को बोलोगे जाओ रूरल एरियाज में जाके अपनी ब्रांचेस खोलो, उनके लिए ज्यादा कॉस्टली हो जाएगा. ठीक है, बिकॉज जाके एक ICICI बैंक और एक्सिस बैंक जैसे सेटअप को एक रूरल फार्मर के पास लेके जाना थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट है. दैट्स व्हाई दोस स्मॉल बैंक्स आर अलाउड टू गेट इनटू दोस रूरल एरिया जहाँ पे जाके वो फार्मर्स को हेल्प कर सकते हैं. वेरी सेम लॉजिक की NBFCs को क्यों अलाउ कर रहे हैं, बिकॉज वो स्मॉल पैचेस में उनको ज्यादा सपोर्ट मिले, एंड दैट्स द सेम रीजन व्हाई रूरल बैंक्स को भी अलाउ किया. एनी डाउट इन दिस? गाइस यहाँ तक कोई डाउट है?
So does this mean the cooperative banks, the state cooperative banks also come under non-banking financial companies?
So that depends on the kind of a license that they get. So let's put a cooperative bank as well. So I will not say cooperative bank gets exactly a NBFC license. So cooperative bank gets a separate license from the regulator, which is RBI again. This a cooperative bank. The cooperative bank is again a very small type of a bank where a group of people who belong to the same community or who have the same interest, they come together and by their virtue of their cooperation or they know each other, they create a bank. That's called as cooperative bank. Because of their size, they are limited and they are relatively small from a size perspective. Hence, while getting a license from an RBI as a cooperative banking license, they're allowed to do limited activities, not everything.
Sir, can you provide an example of any rural bank which comes under NBFC for better understanding?
So I never said Rahul कि rural bank under NBFC आता है. NBFC अलग है, rural bank अलग है, cooperative bank.
Thank you for clearing.
So ये तीन अलग-अलग terminologies है जो मैंने ऐड करी है. This helps now. This is important because need as a foundation. आप लोगों ने ये terms बहुत बार देखे होंगे, बहुत बार शायद use भी करे होंगे, but generally when I interact with people, they struggle to understand the key differences between them and they try and use this incorrectly and interchangeably with these terms. So that's what I'm trying to plug. Let's lay the foundation. What we would be focusing into this journey would be more into this piece. From a financial analysis perspective. Or for that matter, everything which falls under financial analysis, but this is the biggest piece that we'll try. Okay, again, I will pause here for 30 seconds. I'm more than happy to take any doubts, comments. That's the important piece before we wrap this up.
Sir, please repeat this point number 3, 4, 5 once again in NBFC, rural bank and cooperative bank.
So NBFC is a non-banking financial company. They get a specific permission from RBI, and they're not full-fledged bank, but they are given permission to do a limited activity. The example that I gave, for example, like Bajaj Capital, like Muthoot Finance. Muthoot Finance आपको gold loan देते हैं. आप जाओ वहाँ पे ज्वेलरी रखो, आपको लोन देते हैं. वो एक स्पेसिफिक उनको परमिशन मिले कि ठीक है आप गोल्ड लोन दे सकते हैं. तो वो एनबीएफसी होता है जिनको स्पेसिफिक टाइप ऑफ एक्टिविटीज है. रूरल बैंक है जो रूरल एरियाज के लिए ज्यादा फोकस करते हैं. प्राइमरी ऑब्जेक्टिव इज टू प्रमोट एंड डेवलप फार्मर्स. एंड कोऑपरेटिव बैंक्स इज वेयर अ ग्रुप ऑफ पीपल कम टुगेदर. फॉर एग्जांपल अगर आपकी सोसाइटी में आपके पीपल कम टुगेदर एंड आपकी कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी में लोग साथ में आके चलो अपने पॉकेट से 1000 रुपीज कोलेक्ट करें और 10 लोग हैं 1000 रुपीज में 1000 rupees contribution by every person. If they are total 10 people, make it 10,000 rupees. 10,000 rupees का अमाउंट होगा. अब उसमें से सपोज आपको लोन की जरूरत है तो 10,000 रुपए में आपको 7,000 का लोन दे दिया. That's what the cooperative bank. People come together, cooperate, and they start helping in meeting the financial needs of each other. That's cooperative bank. So that's what cooperative bank. Little does cooperative bank. These are छोटे लेवल के cooperative banks हैं which where the people who have a common interest or common background or community come together and create the bank.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, guys. Last time before I close today's session, किसी को कुछ पूछना है, कोई doubt? Would appreciate a response either yes or no rather than keeping silent.
No, you can go ahead.
No, sir.
No, nothing.
No, sir, no, sir.
Okay.
No, sir.
Okay. Thanks. So what we'll do, we'll probably stop here, and we will get to because almost time. I don't want to get to a new topic, and we probably leave the topic in between. Before I sign off for today. In terms of the pace, and I would appreciate if everybody is vocal and expressive enough. So it's more just to understand because it's a new batch. They and I understand you will take, and I will get to understand the kind of a page you want. But given it's not any person, so I can't make your reaction. I can't read your reaction so easily. So just want to get a sense out of it. Are you comfortable with the pace that the way I am going so far?
Yeah, it's totally perfect.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, perfect.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. That's why we need it.
Sorry, I think was it Pooja? Pooja were trying to say something? Okay, so
No,
that's
sir,
the
it's
pace.
completely fine.
Okay. Second, in terms of methodology, in terms of the way I'm trying to drive this session, in terms of the way the examples are given, the way I'm trying to type and trying to put those arrows. In terms of overall methodology, are you comfortable with this? Because that's the way I want to run this, at least this journey till the time you have with me. Is that also comfortable, and any adjustment needs to be made on that? Any I'm more than happy to take that feedback and make those adjustments if required. Are you comfortable with the overall methodology as well, in addition to the pace? Guys, again, I appreciate a response either.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What about others?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. The another thing which I mentioned earlier, who attended the introduction session with me, that because it's a journey, it's a beginning, and most of you, what I understand, what I've been informed, that you're not into that mode of attending online sessions. So we are cautious of that. We are aware of that, and that's why we will probably, what I understand, again, I'll touch base with the government, but at the beginning there might be a couple of sessions which for you to get into momentum, we might try and keep it for 2 hours, and then once you're getting used to this, then probably Damni or your coordinator will take that call, and accordingly will increase the durations of these sessions, and also the tempo and the pace will accordingly slowly will get picked up, and rest assured, but still in terms of the understanding, it will be ensured that you do understand even when you increase the tempo and the pace. So on that note, before I finally sign off for today, last time, any doubts and any comments, guys?
Yes,
No.
can we have a
Yes, Neha, go ahead.
yeah, so I wanted to know your background. I mean, just small introduction.
So far, I think I'm Nishant. That's the only introduction that we'll try and keep it with you. Probably we'll see as and when, if required, we'll probably discuss more about this.
Okay, thank you.
Any other question, comments, guys? Okay. Okay. On that note, sorry. Yeah, go ahead. So somebody was trying to ask something.
No, I was just saying that there is no question as of now. So we have understood the concept.
Okay. Okay, guys. Thanks. Take care. I'm not sure whether tomorrow you have a session with me. In case yes, so probably we'll meet tomorrow. Thanks. Bye. Take care.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.